Can one person truly change the world? Is it possible for a single individual to leave an indelible mark on the course of history, for centuries? Can one lifetime truly reshape the destiny of civilizations across generations? History says yes, and few did so as dramatically, as profoundly, or with such lasting impact. As a boy named Temujin, a name whispered on the windswept plains, later known to the world as Genghis Khan, a name that would echo through the ages. Born on the harsh, unforgiving Mongolian steppes, a land of extremes and stark beauty, Temujin's childhood was marked by tragedy, a series of events that would test his spirit and shape his destiny. His father was poisoned, a cruel act that plunged his young life into turmoil, and his family was abandoned by their own clan, left to fend for themselves in a world that offered little mercy. Forced to survive in a brutal world, where survival was a daily struggle, Temujin learned early that trust was rare and weakness deadly, lessons etched in blood and hardship. Even as a child, he endured betrayal, the sting of broken promises and shattered alliances, hunger and captivity, experiences that would have broken a lesser spirit. Once escaping from his enemies by sheer cunning, a testament to his resourcefulness and unwavering will to survive. These hardships forged his resilience, hardening him like steel in the fires of adversity, and shaped his vision, a grand ambition that would forever alter the course of history. To unite the warring Mongol tribes, a feat thought impossible by many, so none would ever be left behind again, so that his people could stand together strong and united. Temujin's dream was born from suffering, a burning desire to create a better world, a vision of unity and strength, a beacon of hope in a land torn apart by conflict. He saw that division made his people weak, vulnerable to their enemies and at the mercy of the elements, and he vowed to change that, to forge a new destiny for his people. The boy who survived against all odds, the young man who refused to be broken, would become the man who changed the fate of nations, reshaping the world map and leaving an enduring legacy. This is the story of how a cast-out child, a forgotten soul left to wander the steppes, became the world's most formidable ruler, a legend whispered in awe and fear. Temujin faced a daunting challenge. How did this man, once an outcast, manage to unite thousands of rivals, fractured tribes constantly at war with one another? What was the secret to his success? Not by birthright, not through inherited power or privilege, but by earning the unwavering loyalty of his followers and consistently rewarding merit, regardless of background. He understood that true strength came from recognizing and nurturing talent. He rebuilt his following from nothing, after devastating losses and betrayals, promising opportunity and a place within his ranks to anyone, shepherd or noble, who proved themselves through courage, skill, and unwavering dedication. In his army, talent mattered far more than lineage or social standing. It was a revolutionary concept for the time. This radical idea, this promise of upward mobility, drew people to his cause from all walks of life. Temujin's leadership was defined not just by strategy but by unwavering loyalty. He famously rescued his kidnapped wife Borte, risking everything for her safety, showing he would never abandon his own people no matter the cost or the odds. Acts like this, demonstrations of personal courage and unwavering commitment, inspired fierce devotion among his followers. Through shrewd diplomacy, strategic alliances, and sheer determination, he skillfully united the fractured Mongol tribes, ending generations of conflict. By 1206, the tribes gathered in a momentous assembly, and formally named him Genghis Khan, universal ruler, bestowing upon him the leadership of a unified Mongol nation. The outcast, the survivor, had become the undisputed leader of a powerful, unified nation. His rise was not just about military conquest and territorial expansion, but about building a new kind of society, founded on principles of meritocracy and shared purpose. Genghis Khan's revolution began with the radical promise that anyone, regardless of their origins, could rise to prominence, and united under his banner, they would become an unstoppable force, reshaping the world as they knew it. With the Mongol tribes finally united under a single banner, a force unlike any the world had ever witnessed was about to be unleashed. Genghis Khan, now at the helm, unleashed a military force the world had never seen. His ambition knew no bounds, and his strategies were as innovative as they were devastating. His army, while not the largest in numbers, was lightning fast, disciplined, and deadly, with horse and bow. Each warrior was a master of mounted archery, capable of unleashing a storm of arrows with unparalleled accuracy. Genghis Khan's tactics, feigned retreats, drawing enemies into carefully laid traps, Ambushes sprung from unexpected quarters, and psychological warfare, spreading rumors and tales of their ferocity, devastated his enemies, leaving them demoralized and broken. Cities were given a choice: surrender and live, becoming part of the expanding Mongol Empire, or resist and face utter destruction, a fate few dared to risk. His reputation for ruthless efficiency spread terror, often paralyzing resistance before the Mongol armies even arrived, often causing cities to surrender without a fight, choosing survival over defiance. The brutality was calculated, a strategic tool, a warning to others, saving Mongol lives and resources and ensuring swift compliance. Yet for Genghis Khan, conquest was about more than power. It was about legacy. He believed he was uniting the world under a single law, a Pax Mongolica that would bring stability and prosperity. His campaigns left millions dead, a tragic cost for his ambition, but also toppled corrupt kingdoms and redrew the map of Eurasia, forging new trade routes and cultural exchanges. The Mongols became a storm, a force of nature, that swept away the old order, ushering in an era of unprecedented change and upheaval. Genghis Khan's vision was as relentless as it was transformative, forever altering the course of history. Genghis Khan was not just a destroyer, he was a builder of empires. After conquest, he established order with a legal code, the Yasa, which applied to all and even granted religious freedom. He created the Yam, a vast relay network for communication and trade, connecting his empire from the Pacific to the Caspian. His policies made the Silk Road safe, linking east and west as never before. He promoted merit and literacy and efficient governance, breaking down barriers between cultures. Under his rule, a single passport could take you from Hungary to Korea. Genghis Khan's empire was the world's first true superhighway of ideas, goods, and people. He was as much a creator as a conqueror. The legacy of his rule was a new, interconnected world. Genghis Khan's end is as mysterious as his rise. He died in 1227, but the cause, injury, illness, or assassination, remains unknown. His burial site was kept secret, hidden somewhere in Mongolia, its location lost to history. Legends say rivers were diverted and witnesses silenced to protect the secret. To this day, his tomb has never been found. But his true legacy is not a grave, but the empire he left behind. His descendants expanded it into the largest land empire ever known. Genghis Khan's greatness lies not just in his life but in the world he reshaped, and the mysteries he left behind.